tzaddikim and tzaddikesses from around the entire world. Today I have the amazing privilege to be interviewing Mendy Pellin. Mendy, how you doing?
That's a great intro. I'm really excited to be here today. I'm one of the tzaddikim that listen to your podcast. So it's an honor to be on your podcast.
It's a real honor to have you. All right, first question, ready?
I'm ready.
Can you please share with us a little bit about yourself, your hobbies, what you enjoy doing, a little bit about your background? Let's hear.
Okay, how much time do we have?
As long as you need.
Okay. So I am a comedian, a filmmaker, and a father. I live in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, the headquarters of Chabad. It's not really the headquarters. It's kind of like whoever doesn't make it on Shlichus kind of just lingers on these streets, walking around aimlessly. But I grew up in Crown Heights. I lived in Los Angeles for about 10 years after I got married, moved back to Crown Heights because there's no place like it. And I started doing comedy from a very young age, and I continued doing comedy. And when I got married, I decided to try continuing to do comedy and making content. I said, I'm just going to continue doing it until it doesn't pay the bills. And thank God I've been blessed. It's been paying the bills. So
great.
Yeah.
Baruch Hashem, it's big bracha. All right. So you're a comedian. How do you get into such a crazy, it's not really intense, such a crazy job? What's the story behind you?
Well, it's kind of like certain people are wired in a different way. There's certain people that when they are in class, they look at the teacher and they hear what the teacher is saying, and they say, okay, that's an interesting thing, the paramecium, the parallelogram, the whatever is going on there. And then there's another person that's like, it's interesting how the teacher's mouth moves up and down, and like, I think there's like little strings coming up over there, and I think there's a new wrinkle that's going on there today. And imagine if the ceiling would just come down as the teacher is talking. How would the teacher respond to that? Yeah, so that's kind of like, it's hard to shut off the analytical part of the brain. And when you say that analytical stuff out loud, sometimes people find it funny.
It's true.
Yeah.
So as you got older, you started doing that as a job?
Yeah, as I got older, I started making videos. I'm going to sound very old right now, before YouTube came out. So it used to be like video attachments in emails.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then posting it to like Google Video, which was a thing, competing with YouTube, and then they failed in competing, so they just bought YouTube. And there was a time where if you went on YouTube and you typed in Jewish, only my videos came up.
Nice.
Yeah. Now there's more videos.
Was it hard to focus in yeshiva now that you're saying that you're more analyzing people and making jokes than learning with a Gemara and all these problems?
Yes. It was extremely difficult to concentrate in yeshiva, very hard. And it was very, very, very challenging. But it was nice coming back to yeshiva years later to do smicha, to rabbinical school, to become a rabbi. So that was like where I came, wasn't forced. It's like I came on my own speed. I think my wife's walking behind me. And I was able to do it how I wanted to. I made like pictures just to keep it visual of like when we're talking about basar v'chalav, milk and meat, and I made different pictures, and then I would like sing, driving the other people crazy, like never, ever, ever, ever eat milk and meat together. So join us and sing the kosher song. All right, welcome to Smicha, everybody. Yeah, I would like make up Uncle Moshe songs to try to remember the different stuff in Smicha. Let's squeeze the meat and put some salt for Malicha. That is bloody. Yay. Okay.
I'm sure your Rebbe was really proud of you.
Yeah, that's the good thing about when you go to school as like a choice, you go with a whole different
It's true
mindset, and the Rebbe actually appreciated this stuff.
That's good.
Well, most of it.
That's good. All right, so can you please describe to us what preparation for one of your funny videos looks like?
So the preparation, the first is like there's a seed of an idea, like for example, let's take a video that a lot of people may know. It's Talk Yiddish to Me. It's on the Jubelish channel. So with that, I heard a non-Jewish song playing, and it sounded like a Jewish song, and I thought that Talk Yiddish to Me is just a funny parody for that. And so I tweeted just Talk Yiddish to Me, and no one thought it was funny. Like 2 people gave it like a thumbs up, and I'm like, okay, they don't understand it. I think I have to actually like make a video parody out of this,
Right. Right.
So yeah, then I went down to the recording studio. I sat down with my friend Menachem Weinstein, who is really good on vocals and good at mixing. And then there was another friend that was Satmer, that knew like the real good slang Yiddish, the real stuff, and not like sichas in English, dictionary. And so between the 3 of us, I wrote down in English what I wanted to say, and then we fitted in some of it's Yiddish, some of it's in English, and in one night we recorded it. Yeah, we wrote it, we recorded it, and then came back the next day or a few days later with a video. Another friend of mine, Menachem, a lot of Menachems, and he came to take the video, to film it, and then I edited it on Adobe Premiere, and that was it. It was very simple.
Nice. All right, what's something you really love about this job?
I love that you have an outlet, that I have an outlet. When I have a crazy idea, I could do it. And the best part about the job is that I could walk out, let's say, in crazy pajamas one day on Kingston Avenue in Crown Heights, and people don't think twice because they're like, oh, he's probably doing some kind of video or whatever. So like, I'm really free to be myself, and without anyone thinking that I've gone insane.
By the way, now that you're saying about Sheets of Crown Heights, I saw you on Shabbos.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like the time of the kinnos, the girls' kinnos.
This Shabbos or a different Shabbos? No, oh, okay.
A different Shabbos.
What was I wearing pajamas?
Nope, you weren't.
Okay.
You were with your whole family though.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Now here's a tough question. Ready?
All right.
What's something you really don't like about this job?
Something I don't like about the job. That's a good question. Well, there's definitely there's some projects that are, that I'm hired to do, that not every part of the project is all fun and games. And so, I guess the work part of it, the just making money part of it sometimes could be a little stressful,
Yeah. Yeah.
But when I get into the headspace of creativity, that's the fun part,
Right.
like in your last interview, Barry Weber said singing, so like he hates doing like all the other things, which
Pause,
is like,
pause. Is that the
yeah.
only interview you watched?
Oh, I also saw Yossi Jacobson. Yeah. I had to do my homework because before I've gone on podcasts that once I went on it, I was like, I should have done a little bit of homework because I do not want to be here right now. So,
Oh man.
yeah.
All right. It's hard to juggle your family and daily life plus what you do.
Yes, it is hard to juggle, but in a way it's easier because I have more flexibility. Time wise, if I need to spend a little more time with this kid or that kid, or take my son to school or camp in the morning, I love doing that. So I have the flexibility to really start working when I want to and end working when I want to. So that's cool. But then again, it's because it's so, there's traveling and there is a hectic schedule sometimes when you're in production. So
Yeah.
it could get chaotic with like my kids giving me that look and guilt of like, oh, you're not coming home again tonight, like, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a horrible human being.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, next question. Ready?
Yeah, that was dark.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's somebody you really, really admire.
Who's someone I really admire? That's a good question.
You could do a few.
Barry Weber. I'm not joking. It's really amazing how he runs a yeshiva, and he has a creative outlet, and he's he doesn't take himself too seriously.
You got to be on your best behavior. I'm going to send it to him.
Okay, I am. I'm telling you, I definitely admire him. Who else? I really admire anyone that takes the risk to put out content, because you're making yourself vulnerable. It's not easy. You're going to get some strange comments. You're going to get people that judge you and people that are jealous, and they don't do anything with their lives, and but they're very good at telling everyone else what they're doing wrong. So you're making yourself vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there all to make the world a better place, add a little color or light into the world. So anyone that puts out anything, my hat goes off to you. I got a lot of respect.
Amazing. I love that. All right. How do you deal with pressure and stressful situations?
That's
And
a
you
good
have to
question.
answer honestly.
Honestly, I visualize. First of all, breathing is very good. Three deep breaths is one thing, and another thing is I kind of visualize myself on an airplane looking down at how the cars and the people are like teeny, and I just think of like I'm just like this little ant in this big thing. It's like, it's not such a really big deal, So that I try to visualize that and take a couple breaths.
Beautiful. All right. What is your most best and crazy memory throughout this adventure?
Best and crazy memory of this adventure. Well, best, that's two different things. Does it have to be best and crazy, or best or crazy? Like, how specific do you want to get?
Doesn't have to be specific.
It doesn't have to be specific. Okay, so I remember one of the first times that I did stand-up comedy. It was at a Shabbos, and I was very, very much not experienced, and I didn't have everything rehearsed, and I didn't. It was all on paper. I had everything written out like on paper as if I'm reading a speech, and I'm just like in somebody's living room, and they offered a nice amount of money for me to come and tell some jokes, and I'm trying to like get the jokes across, and if they're not landing, and then you have some people that are a little drunk and they're like making comments, and then I was like, let's just take a break, let's sing a niggin. And they're like, you're serious? They're like, yeah, let's sing a niggin. Yeah, so it's like the niggin like really saved me. It was like they were able to like sing, and that was like take a couple deep breaths, but it was definitely a really, really bad show.
Oof.
But I learned a lot from that.
That sounds horrible. I'm
But
sorry.
it was crazy. Looking back, it was funny, so.
All right. What are your dreams? What's something that you really, really want to accomplish?
That's a good question.
I agree.
Dreams of something I really want to accomplish. I want to make a Jewish comedy series, like high quality, funny comedy series with like actors and like a sitcom kind of show.
That'll be fun. And
Yeah.
I want to watch that. So like you gotta do that ASAP. All right. One more question. Ready?
Sure.
Okay. What is a life lesson that you can teach us?
Okay. Oh, and one more thing I want to do. This just happened over the weekend. I thought of the phrase chocolate wird sein gut. I want to release a chocolate company called Chocolate wird sein gut. It just, I don't know, it just has a good ring to it,
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, what was your last question? I got thrown off there.
What is a life lesson
Life lesson
that you can teach us?
Life lesson is not to take yourself too seriously, and just to remember that life is like a big ocean, and you're just a wave of many waves, but you're still attached to the ocean, which is Hashem. You're part of the big picture, and you don't know where it's taking you, but just enjoy the ride and have fun. So that's my lesson to you kids out there.
I love it. Love it. All right. By the way, it's not only kids.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. Mendy Pellin, thank you so much for joining this beautiful, wonderful, amazing Elevate Yourself interview. Laili Bialo here. For more interviews and daily videos, please WhatsApp, not text, the number 541-604-8581. I'm going to repeat it again, 541-604-8581. And don't forget to elevate the planet and that Hashem loves you. To be added to the email group chat, please contact the number 541-604-8581.